So here we have our gazebo, our RViz, and our ROS2 bring up. We are using a TurtleBot 3 with a Lidar on the top, and as you can see, it begins to map this maze that we have put it in. It does not know where it is in the maze. It initially starts to spin the Lidar and see all of the obstacles around it. At this point, it creates a map of obstacles and calculates the C-space, which you can see in green. Black squares are detected obstacles that have not yet been calculated into the C-space. The light gray squares are known free space, and the dark gray squares are unknown squares where it could be free space or it could be an obstacle. By moving around, it is setting goals to unknown squares and then using A-star path planning to move around the C-space on the best possible path to get to those unknown squares. This will run until it has no more unknown squares in the maze and then will return back to its starting position. Robot is dropped in our maze. Using the map from the previous stage when we mapped the maze on our own, it will try to figure out where it is once placed randomly in that space. We can see it localizer, and it thinks it's there. AMCL localized. As you can see, that's really where it was in the map. This was done using AMCL, or using a bunch of tiny particles and spinning around using LiDAR measurements to see which particles best matched its measurements from the current LiDAR. This allowed it to figure out where it was, even though it does not have any information besides the map from stage 1. What I am doing here is simply giving it a goalpost to drive to show that it does know where it is and will end up where it wants to in the actual maze. Right around the corner. What are the cord rats? There we go.